Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to episode 13 of my Rugby League Live 3 Win 1 Take 1 series. Now in this episode we're taking on the Canberra Raiders and we're taking on the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. Now Manly, I think they're going to be a really interesting battle. I know they're going to be an interesting battle. I already know the results obviously. And this Raiders side also nothing to sort of look over. We can't look too far ahead. Because the Raiders do have a fair few good players in their squad. I wouldn't mind getting Shannon Boyd. I know he's a pretty decent player for the Raiders side on this game at least, and Blake Austin obviously in the side. I don't really know how we'd work him in, considering we've got Soward and Kieran Foran as our halves, plus we've already got people like Caesar and Peter Wallace who in the squad are not getting played. Lola here on the bench, but yeah, we got a pretty stacked side at the moment, so I'm expecting to win every single game. Obviously that's probably not going to happen. We can't win every game, but I think we should be able to beat the Raiders. And Valentine Holmes can't kick the goal, but I think it was Josh Hoffman who got us off to a pretty nice start there. And then right here you can see us just putting so much pressure on Sam Williams. And a fifth tackle handover gave us pretty good field position. Flower with a pretty shitty pass, but it's going to work out alright here. Hoffman draws and passes. Raja cuts back inside. And I think it's Papali, number 11, just gets wrong-footed there. And Edric Lee and I think it's Sean Fenton and a few others. They tried to chase, but there was no catching the semi-trailer. And Semi Rodriguez picks up another try. I'm not sure what his try count is for us, but I'd say it's pretty good, pretty close to his real life one. Now, I think it was, I don't even know who it was who ran that ball down. Jeremy Smith, I think it was. He sort of charged it down. Didn't actually do an intentional charge down, but it did the same sort of thing. Now right here, Falau, I thought he was going over, and then did the quick, better force an offload, try and score there, and then drop the ball over the line. I think it was Jeremy Smith once again, that time dropping it. Super annoyed about that. I thought we might have got away with it, might have went backwards or something, but no, it wasn't meant to be. Now Burgess just then made a bit of a break, he got tackled, and then right here Foran put in a nice little grubber, and I thought we were going to trap him in the in-goal, but it was a pretty good result, I have to say. Great field position for us, they're coming out of their own end. However, Cesar Wonga is going to race away and score here. He is playing in the centres. I think it was Jared Croker did the last pass, and that was just very, very simple stuff there from the Raiders, but it was, quite effective. I probably should have slid my defence that way, so we had players coming over, but I didn't do that. I didn't react quick enough, and Cesar Wonga scored a try, and Cesar Wonga was actually pretty good player in this game. He's very, very fast. Come up against him a few times. Obviously, as the Tigers played the Auckland Nines, and played the Raiders. I've played them a few times actually, and yeah, Cesar Wonga always seems to be a pretty good player, so yeah, he's good for them. Also, people like Jared Croken, a few people have said Blake Austin obviously is someone who I'd love to have in the side. But yeah, they scored another try and they actually hit the lead, I think. No, did they hit the lead? I can't remember. Did they hit the lead? We'll take a look. Yes, they did hit the lead, and they kicked the goal. It was Jared Croker kicking the goal. We do have a chance to hit back pretty much straight away here. Sam Burgess picked up the ball, and we're going to shift it out to Soward. Soward's just going to have enough pace to get around. I think it was White coming across and go in between him and the winger. And good stuff to analyse, that the ball needed to get out wide as quick as possible. I knew on this game the centres and that they all come in when they're really short like that, and yeah, just a matter of recognising it. And Valentine Holmes here on the receiving end of a very shitty pass. I'm not sure who passed it to him, probably Burgess or someone. Number 11 was Burgess, I think it was. Or maybe it was Sonny Bill actually. But yeah, very, very shit pass, and it nearly made us pay, but Robbie Farah comes up with a big play there, jumps on the ball, and we're going to jump into this play 52 minutes in. Valentine Holmes, they just grab hold of him a little bit too long there, and then Sonny Bill is going to be on the receiving end of the inside ball there by James Roberts, I think it was, and that left-hand side is very, very deadly for us. We score a lot of points there. Obviously, we got Red Raja on the other side, but yeah, the left-hand side, very, very good. Valentine Holmes also kicking the goal, so 3 from 4, not too bad. Maybe not up to Haslam level, but Haslam had to go. Now, Edric Lee, I believe it is. That was just very simple stuff. At the time, when you concede those sort of tries, you're thinking, shit, this is so shit, this concede that try. All they did was pass it to the winger and run straight over. But, when you think about it, I've done it a few times, particularly from, dummy half, just, the winger's not going to be there, and went for it. And Valentine Holmes was the one who made the tackle beforehand, so I believe that's why he wasn't in position there. So, I suppose it's good. good play from the computer to recognise it. Now, conditions cleared up a little bit, and as you can see, passes flowing a little bit better, except for that one, Sonny Bill. The ball was knocked down by the Raiders, but obviously no 6 to go. Now, right here, Edric Lee had a chance to go past Israel Folau. Obviously, Folau, pretty good defender. Just ended up wrapping him up. Pretty simple, pretty easy there. Now, Sam Burgess causing a lot of havoc. Oh, sorry, it was Sonny Bill this game. I keep saying Sam Burgess. Sonny Bill causing a lot of havoc this game. I'm not going to say he's been uncontrollable, but he's just been destroying a lot here. And this time goes himself. Sonny Bill scores his second try. Last time he was on the receiving end of a little inside pass that a dude ran the same sort of line that he just run just then. But that time James Roberts threw the pass. The first time Sonny Bill just stepped back inside, and a little bit maybe selfish there, but we'll take it. Now, just drawing and passing Lolohea and Foran and Sau getting involved. I'm not sure exactly where we're playing Lolohea this game, but it looks like Farah's still on the field. So Lolohea most likely playing at the lock position. Although we don't really, obviously, we're not taking hit-ups with him. We're having him there to just be there for offloads or, get some quick passes in. And, just pretty much his speed. You can always, on this game, in all the rugby league games and all that sort of stuff, you can carry wingers and shit on the bench. It doesn't really matter. Her computer seems to carry wingers on the bench all the time. I mean, Raiders on here carry Leilua on the bench, and he's quite effective at times. But Raiders have a nice little chance here. Whiten, he dives over, and that is a try. Israel Folau had a last-ditch dive at the legs. They do have the animation for the legs, but I'm actually thinking, I'm like, why didn't they do an animation for you to dive at trying to wrap the ball up? That's what happens in real life when you're diving for on your own goal line and that. You don't dive to grab at the legs. You try and dive and get under the ball, which would make a whole lot of sense to me for animations. But doesn't matter. We ended up winning, and we actually get five players, so 2 extra players, and those numbers that we get are 2, 16, 3, 11, and 4. So Edric Lee is the first player that we get. So I'm actually okay with Edric Lee. He's not going to find a spot in our side, but he's a nice squad player. Leilua, who was on the bench, number 16. I don't know if he was at the very start, but he was the third player when I went into the Raiders side, so I just assumed he was number 16. But I'm not really too fussed with Leilua. Croker, a similar thing. He's a good player, and I wish I could find a spot, but I just can't. Papali, I'm pretty happy with. To be honest with you, second row lock, and his third role is lock as well on here. But obviously he played prop before for the Raiders, and I think maybe even for Queensland. I can't remember. But yeah, he's a very versatile player, Papali, and then Cesar Wonga, another player who can play winger or fullback on there, but he actually plays centre. Well, at least in that game he played centre, and it's not a position for him there. So just adds to the list of outside backs, and obviously we saw Papali's or players who play positions, but you got completely different positions listed for them. So a bit strange there. But in terms of team lineups, I think someone dropped out of the back line, I believe, and Cesar Wonga maybe came in. I can't remember if it was this game or not, but expect some changes in the future. It's not necessarily because I think people are bad or anything, it's just trying out different plays and that sort of stuff. And like I said, I was a pretty big fan of Cesar Wonga on the game, so I wanted to try him out. So I will try him out eventually, whether it be this game or the game after or that. But Manly, definitely a good side, and obviously they didn't make the 8 this year, but they had a lot of injuries and that sort of stuff, and they do have some good players. We're very well aware of them. We smashed them in the Auckland Nines and got a fair few of their players. Obviously, we had Petahiku at the start of the... Well, I'm not going to say at the start, but we had him, and we lost him when we lost to, I think it was the Eels in the Auckland Nines. So maybe we can regain Petahiku. Obviously, I will say, I suppose, I don't know if it's a spoil or not, but Brett Stewart on here is ridiculous. Every time he touched the ball, I swear he broke a tackle. It was crazy. Now, still 0-0 here after 13 minutes. Sam Burgess tried to palm off one, and you've had the better running of the play, I'd have to say. But we're going to go to our own Kieran Foran here. Put in a little grubber, and we dive on it. Josh Hoffman, just a little bit short, and that's like the second or third time we've been just a little bit short there. But Steve Maddai is just going to race away. He's going to palm off Israel Folau, who wasn't even a palm, just a barge. Now, every single time I've done that, doesn't matter what player, I can't barge players off like that. I think I might have done it with Aaron Woods once, playing as a Tigers on veteran difficulty in an Auckland Nines game. That's seriously the only time I've ever done it. I just don't find it effective for me. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. Is that for everyone else? But yeah, the computer seems to be able to, just barge me off heaps of times, especially after tries have been scored. I talk about momentum, that sort of stuff, and I seriously think momentum's in the game, and I think it's a good thing. Valentine Holmes cuts back inside there. It wasn't quite the inside pass, but Valentine Holmes went inside of I think it was Sonny Bill who came across, or maybe it was Burgess, can't remember who it was, but someone came across, and then Valentine Holmes cut back in, beat, I think, just the one player, but had to do a fair bit of work to beat him, so good work there by Holmes, and I think that is something he'd do in real life, I reckon. Now Raja here is going to extend the lead there. We go back to back, I think it was, and Raja just cut back inside past Stewart, and once you've done that, say goodbye. That's a try every day of the week, unless you got like a prop or something who's doing that, but even then, sometimes they can do it as well. So Holmes kicks the goal, 12-6 up, thinking it's pretty cruisy at the moment. Now Foreign palms off one, gets it to Brett Stewart, or is it? I think it's Brett Stewart, and they palms or just barges off once again. Israel Folau is a good defender in this game. He doesn't miss much, but this is a little bit of a. I know there's like the EA aids when stuff happens on FIFA. I think we're gonna have to come up with some sort of, I don't know, Big Ant aids or some shit. True Blue aids, Big Ant maybe. I don't know. Whoever actually made the game, I'm not sure. One of those two. Probably True Blue is more than likely it, but or maybe Big Ant. I actually don't have no idea, but I'm gonna have to call it something, because like as you saw there, the ball hit the ground, and Sour, like I'm trying to control him and go and pick up the ball, and he's just standing there, and I'm like in my head I'm saying pick up the ball, and just like I said, just stood there. Now right here, I think that's Jamie Lyon, who just went straight through. Well, not just went straight through, but he barged his way through there, and then he goes around Papali, I think it was. Semi Red Raja chasing very, very hard. Can he get to him? Yes, he can. Jamie Lyon, not quite fast enough, and he's pulled down, but they've got all the momentum. Players are not onside. I thought we got Jeremy Smith back onside, but it sort of got to the point where we couldn't. I'm not going to let him run through and score, so we just had to make a play at Jamie Lyon from right in front too, and then going to take the penalty goal. They kick it, obviously, and they got a 2-point lead. 10 minutes to go. Pressure's on. Jamie Lyon, another big run there, and he's absolutely killing it. Maybe Jamie Lyon, someone, if we happen to win, we'd love to get. Now right here, we went for the miracle play. Red Raja went for the intercept and conceded another line break. And then right here, is it game over? We got Red Raja chasing hard. He is gaining on him, but he's not going to get there. And Jamie Lyon scores a try. He's barged through about 50,000 times, same as Brett Stewart. And looks like Manly going to dust us off here. They're going to beat us. I'm going to go for the short kickoff. Bit of a miracle play here. Will it pull off? I think it's Bura under it. But no. Brett Stewart just runs straight onto that. And say goodnight. That is game over. We are losing some players. How disappointing. Now, it's just a matter of how much we're losing by. And I haven't got a rule or anything saying, like, oh, if you lose by a certain amount, like if Manly score, like much like how if we score 20 points, whatever, we get extra points. I haven't got any sort of rule like, oh, if Manly score 20 points and win, we lose players, or we lose like 3 players or something instead of the 2. I haven't got nothing like that. Or if we score a certain amount of points and like over 20 or whatever and still lose, like it's not like we lose a player and get a player. It's just straight up we lost. It doesn't matter. And at 26-12, we had a chance right at the end. Kieran Foran, I thought was going to get there, and who knows what would have happened there. But I think we had a 14-point deficit at the time, so pretty sure nothing would have happened. But who knows? Maybe we could have got a few quick tries. I don't know. But that short kickoff, if it wasn't already dead there, it ended up dead. Now players number 10 and 9, obviously huge players for us. Sam Burgess, one of the originals. We got off the fan hub. It is a pretty good likeness of him. I'm not exactly sad to lose Burgess, because kind of been thinking I need to get rid of him at some point because he's just not that good in this game. But Farah is someone who I was devastated to lose. Although we do have Andrew McCullough, as you can see, they're 88 rated. Not a huge loss in terms of stats, but I just like the way Farah plays, and I'm used to playing with him. Play with him with my West Isles career mode, and yeah, it's going to be weird not playing with Farah. Anyways, if you can leave a like, it'd be very much appreciated, because this is the end of the episode. And make sure you follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke YT, Facebook page in the description below. And yeah, check out all my other videos. Oh, and leave a comment as well. I'll definitely take a look and read through them all. And if I don't reply, it's because it's not letting me. Anyways, this video is going to end. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.